Planner friends, it's Nia. Welcome to Life with Nia. Today it is time to do a long overdue video closing out our May budget. So, May was really interesting in a good and bad way. I think good things are ultimately coming, but it was costly. So, let's just jump right on in to our goals. We had a goal to pay 500, sorry, not pay 500, save 500. We did that. I'll talk about it more in just a moment. Pay off 1,200 in debt. Nope, didn't do that. 3K in Etsy sales. I don't know. I think that happened. And that is revenue, so it is after all of the taxes and shipping and fees come, or before all of that comes out. So it does not take into account any of those things, which drastically changed the number. I never figure out how to work this when I want to work it. Okay, so May was 3412. So hit that number, but it's $532.45 in fees, $380 in shipping. So now you are, that's basically $1,000 right there. Etsy says, Etsy's really interesting. Etsy says that my net profit was $24.98, and you can probably subtract another, I can tell you the exact amount actually, but I would say another 25%, which is $625, and that went to taxes. So let's see. I actually paid $375 to taxes. Okay, so anyway, so we hit our Etsy sales goal. $100 for YouTube and 100 new subbies. Did not hit that. Shopify, figuring out that whole tax thing, I didn't even think about it. Track expenses, I'm gonna put a question mark. It started out really good and then it fizzled. And part of that was due to the spending. Sticker Club, didn't work on it. Did do some new classes for new products. Summer Sesh Box, I worked on that. Shopify launch did not happen. So, let's take a look at, this is like our bill calendar, all the bills are paid. Let's take a look at our income for May. So we estimated $65.85 to $91.85. The difference being approximately $2,600 I expected to receive as part of a leave buyback sale. I sold back some vacation leave. Still waiting for it mid-June because somebody in payroll doesn't do their job, but that's neither here nor there. Ongoing problem. Literally, it's irritating. I do not change anything because this person messes up everything that she touches with everybody's stuff. But anyway, so we will wait patiently because we'd rather have it right than wrong. But we've been waiting for 8 weeks. Can you tell I'm annoyed? Okay, anyway. So that was the high end of the estimate. $65.85 was the low end. So, normal pay, $50.27.96 was as expected. $165.75 for health stipend as expected. $31 for telework stipend as expected. I am transferring that telework stipend into my business sinking fund each month. Etsy total, I didn't total it. This is after fees and shipping. What Etsy sent me was $13.61 and 51 cents. And of that, I sent $3.75 to my tax fund and $9.43 to pay myself. YouTube, I received a payment for March and April combined because you have to hit $100 for them to pay you. I did not hit 100 in March, so March and April combined, I received $156.48, $36.23. I got a class action settlement for $193.63. I didn't destash anything, and that leave back did not come in. So total ended up being $65.5309. All right, so that's kind of like right on track. Expenses, with the exception of my reckless spending, were pretty much right on track. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Savings, the goal was $500. It ended up being $586.56. And let's just talk real briefly about our savings for May. So I did 2 Budget Mom Savings Challenges. I did the Longitude Latitude Savings Challenge. That was $80. And then I did the 10s where I rounded up my cash envelopes. And so that was 18 for a total of 98 for the Budget Mom Savings Challenge. And then each week we did our savings challenges. So the 100 envelope challenge ended up being $379. We pulled a total of 10 envelopes, and those were the numbers that we pulled. And then I did some savings, the Zero Out Savings Challenge each week. We had some about $25 and $5 bills, which goes to vacation, and Saveopoly, which were pretty consistent every week in participation. I had about 3 weeks where I did the 22 and 22 challenge, and a couple weeks where I did the penny savings challenge. So all in all, it was $586.56 that we saved in May. So let's talk about cash envelopes. So for our cash envelopes, PD is here crying. He wants to go to bed. This is his nightly thing. When he's ready to go, then I should also be ready to go. Okay, so for our cash envelopes, I moved into a new wallet using an A7 pocket sized. And so what is left in here, I could use this butter coupon because butter is like $9,000 at the grocery store. Let me see, it hasn't expired. I can get $2 off, but I have to buy 2. Who wants to buy 2? I don't need 2. Anyway, okay, so any cash, with the exception of gas, that is left over in here, I add to the 100 envelope challenge envelopes because I'm not using the envelopes. I'm doing those transfers electronically. So we have $5 left in our grocery fund, and nothing in dining out, nothing in household, and gas is already in the other envelope. Okay, so we just have this $5. So we are going to add that to one of these envelopes here. And at the end of the year, I'm going to count these all up and see what I end up with. that's our rollover for this month. And I honestly think I'm going to end up with a good little amount. Maybe like $100 or so. Which is not bad for rollover money. So that's what was left in our variable expense cash envelopes. Let's check in on our sinking funds because I tediously went through this and I think that everything is up to date and correct. There was one thing that I don't remember which one it was that I was like, oh, that includes June, but I don't. Might have been taxes. I don't remember. Oh no, it's for June that it included taxes. Okay, so emergency fund, we started with $27.50. We ended with $32.92. So our emergency fund is growing nicely. I am going to dip into it in July to take care of Petey's follow-up cardio appointment. Because I can't really get ahead in his sinking fund because the medication is kind of prohibiting his fund from growing. And I've upped it from $20 a month to $100 a month. So it's just like I'm taxed out on that. Taxes, we started with $24.25. We ended with $22.33. So it went down a little bit because we made a tax payment. Also made one in June. Vacation went from $610 to $635. Health went from $250 to $250, so it stayed the same. I spent $20 on some vitamins. I think I had shared that I bought some magnesium because you need it to absorb vitamin D. I shared a whole thing about it. It's on one of these videos. So that stayed the same. Car, $342 to $362. Bulk shopping went from $164 down to $87 because I had shopped at Costco and Sam's Club in May. Pet went from $186 to $224. Home. So here's where it gets weird. It looks like it went from $196 to $1186. But what I went ahead and did was, I think for easier adding for me, my home fund includes the various savings challenges. So the Budget Mom Savings Challenge, Saveopoly, Penny Challenge, Rainy Days, not the Zero Out. Zero Out is part of the emergency fund, and the 52-week savings challenge. And so I had all those listed separately, and then but they're all in one account. PD says hi. So it was just confusing. So what I did was I consolidated it down. So I had $431 in the Budget Mom Savings Challenge, $296 in Penny in Saveopoly, $105 in Penny, $0 in Rainy Day, and $196 in the 52-week savings challenge. So those all together totaled $1028, and which I had written here. And so we ended with $1186. So we grew a little bit. Business went from $13 to $69. Christmas stayed the same at $274.51. Black Friday went from $200 to $225. Self-care went from $67 to $133. Birthday went from $200 to $250. Sam's stayed the same at $10. Costco went from $10 to $20. Amazon Prime from $10 to $20. Canva from $10 to $20. P.O. Box went from $135 to $145. Clothing stayed the same at $30. And we just talked about these various savings challenges being consolidated. The Zero Out challenge is included in my emergency fund number. And then utilities went from $120 to $170. So that is where we are at on sinking funds. We started May at $88.66. We ended at $96.36. So we grew by $770 there, which is good because we also grew our debt. So without giving too much away, and the reason I don't want to give too much away is because I have some things coming that I want to surprise you all with and keep a secret for Studio Bliss Co. So I don't want to tell you everything that I purchased, but I spent about $1,500 in May on business-related expenses. So I took Sticker Guru's foiling class. That was $125. I bought a laminator. Now, I had a laminator. It was like a little $20, $25 laminator from Amazon. I tried it first. It was not going to work. So I bought a more like industrial type laminator from, I got it on Amazon, but I learned about it from the foiling class. And that, where did my little list go? I don't know what I did with it. I just had it. Well, phooey. Okay, so the laminator, I want to say, was like $250-ish. I had bought the laser printer, I think, in April. Let's see. I'll write that down. I didn't write anything down for April. Okay, not having my little list is messing me up. So, then there were some things that will remain unmentioned that I also purchased. So, a couple of pieces of equipment were probably like $700 alone, but it's going to allow me to expand my offerings. Foil, I spent like $100 on foil. I spent about $200 on foil. What else can I share? I'm not going to share. Maybe at the end of the June budget, I'll share exactly what I purchased, because that way the things that are coming you'll know about by then. So most of those things I put on a credit card. So almost all of our credit card balances have gone up. And short end of the story is we went from on May 1st, 32,208 to on May 31st, 34,119, which is more than what we started with on January 1st. January 1st was 33,989. May 31st, 34,119. So, I'm working on getting that back down in June. With the exception of one other thing I want to purchase, which is about $200. I think we're in a good place for, other than the recurring things like sticker paper and art and whatnot, like big pieces of equipment. I don't think I will need to purchase anymore. At least not right now, unless I want to get into something else. But consumable types of things like sticker paper and ink and that type of stuff, I will need to continue to purchase, of course. But equipment wise, there's just one piece of equipment that I want, and like I said, it's about $200. So I think I'm good. I'm in a good place. I don't expect the expenses to be high again, and I think I'm set up for the rest of the year to do some things that I want to do. So that is exciting. Anyway, that is my May budget. Let me know how your May budget worked out. I am all set up for June and hoping for good things. So apologize that this got up late, but better late than never. and it allows me to close it out and cross it off my list of things to do. So be looking for new things coming from Studio Bliss Co., including the planner sesh box. I was almost done today and I ran into a little snag. Today is Sunday, June 12th. One of the things that I purchased is too small, so I placed an order for something a little bit bigger. And if that works out, then aside from the journaling cards, we are good to go. And I'm hoping to have the planner sesh box launched on Friday, June 17th. So check back, check Instagram, check the Facebook group for updates. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know how your budget's going, and I will see you next time. Bye.